The French have been in the Philippines for a long time. This dates back to the age of exploration when 15 Frenchmen were amongst the crew of Ferdinand Magellan. In 1820, the first French entrepreneur arrived in the Philippines. Paul Proust de la Gironnière set up a farm in Halahala that still acts today as an agri-school. French traders were already present during the 17th century, realizing the potential of the country, leading them to be the first to establish a consulate here during the Spanish colonization. José Rizal was even permitted to live in France, where he finished his famous books No Límite Andre and El Filibusterismo. In July of 1919, the first business association was hosted in the French consulate. The official France-Philippines foreign relations was signed through a treaty amity in 1947. It was then not surprising that Le Club was created in 1988. French businessmen who decided to call the Philippines home and create an association to help French and French-speaking companies solidify their ties with the local business environment in Manila. One of these founding members is still around today.
There were two tentatives in 1919 and 1947 to form French Chamber of Commerce in the Philippines. But the story now of the club and now the French Chamber of Commerce began in 1988. I would like to announce that 30 years after, we now have 120 members. I'd like to thank all the past and present presidents for their continued support. Despite all the challenges, we kept believing, and now here we are. We can only have strength when we speak in one voice. We started this endeavor against all odds, and now its continued relevancy is in your hand.
Le Club, as it was known, grew exponentially over the years, as did its structure, adding an executive board headed by rotating association presidents, many of whom are still here today and contributed greatly to the business and cultural ties between France and the Philippines.
The chance we had during that time that the French decide to do the biggest French expo ever done in the Philippines. And since that time, no other big expo was done. I want to say thank you to all our friends, showing how they appreciate the French people that we are.
During my time, we had a connection with the CCI in France. We tried to have regular meetings with them, or we were sending missions to France to promote the Philippines in different areas or different provinces in the south, north, and east, west of France. At the time we were discussing the possibility to become a chamber. It was, of course, there was a lot of pro and cons because people wanted to stay as a club. We used to be a club, and then it's taken over by the people, the young guys today, mostly girls, in fact, that are managing this company. So we will just fade away, but we will keep our pride, and because we have been part of this beautiful venture.
I decided to accept the position of president in 2013. It was a key turning point for the chamber because at the time we had to collaborate with the EU and the European Chamber and work on a common budget and accept funding from the EU. And this meant a great change in terms of organization and professional management of the chamber. After that change, when the management team became more structured and more professional, the chamber acquired its new name of French Chamber in the Philippines and became part of the CCI network, which is again a recognition of the improvements and in terms of management that the chamber has achieved.
During my term, we did many things. Especially dealing with organization in France, and I got myself the representation of ERAI with the company organizing the Rhône-Alpes region near Lyon, around Lyon. I wish the Chamber of Commerce a wonderful 30th anniversary, and also I wish them and wish our organization to continue for many more years. It's very important to have this reliable organization in the Philippines to attract and help all the companies that want to establish here. Mabuhay, thank you very much.
CCI France Philippines, as it is called today, After joining the network of Les Chambres de Commerce et d'Industrie, focuses on accelerating business between the two countries, business services, market studies, connecting potential partners, networking, and cultural events. We are also involved in rehabilitation efforts. After the Super Typhoon Haiyan happened in 2013, the CCI created a platform that aims to coordinate all humanitarian efforts by French firms. The FPUA was born. In 2015, during his visit to the Philippines, French President François Hollande cited the France-Philippines United Action as a model for cooperation among businesses and praised for its conversion into a foundation to allow projects with long-term planning.
As you have seen and heard from some of our past presidents still in Philippines, each of them has made a valuable contribution in our 30 years of bridging France-Philippine businesses. For this, I thank you, gentlemen, for your leadership, passion, dedication, and drive to create strong ties with the Philippines. Today, we have 120 members consisting of French companies and entrepreneurs and Philippine corporations. To our valued members, please allow me to extend a heartfelt thank you. Each one of you has helped shape the CCI of today and place your trust in the CCI through your participation in our dynamic business community. We, your CCI board, the team, and myself as president of these 30 years will continue to strive to develop and accelerate business opportunity and be the voice of business for you members by bringing more business and more companies with French innovation, know-how, expertise in the Philippines, and build an even stronger network and increase our member visibility.